Mbali ya boma ndondomeko iyi kusonyeza kuti aphungu akambirana mabilu ndi malipoti apachaka a nthambi za boma. Well, if you are just joining us, you are watching Parliamentary Television. Today, Tuesday, 1st April 2025. We continue with our live coverage of the first meeting in the 51st session. We are in the 8th week of business in this 2025-2026 budget meeting of Parliament. The House is expected to rise next week. A sneak peek into today's business according to the order paper. Under general business, the House is expected to start deliberations with questions on notice to ministers for oral replies. Some of the ministries expected to take questions are Ministry of Mining, Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, and Ministry of Health. The Assembly is also expected to tackle questions guided by Standing Order 69. And under government business, the order paper indicates that the House will tackle bills and statutory reports. Let us now cross over to the chamber as deliberations are about to commence. My name is Fanny Mbwana. Stay tuned.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the office of the rulers and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we ask you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this land. Let your blessings descend upon us assembled, and grant that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory and advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
A very good afternoon, honorable members. Just to welcome our brothers from the Muslim Society and the entire house after a wonderful breakfast of Eid. It was a memorable moment, and we say, Takbir, Allah Akbar. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful day yesterday. Otherwise, the House, from the Speaker's office, has no communication, and to ask members to concentrate as we do as usual. Thank you. See the people of Lower West. Point of order, Lower West.
Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, good afternoon. I know you are a religious man, a man who believes that there is a living God above us, the God who created us. May he bless you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Amen, amen.
Honorable
amen.
First Deputy Speaker, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, I'm not standing to remind you that Jonah, not Noah, I mean Jonah, right?
Honorable member, a point of order only happens when there is something procedural that has gone amiss.
It is a preamble because you and I, First Deputy Speaker, we believe that the Bible is a living word. But that aside, First Deputy Speaker, is it in order, First Deputy Speaker, that we can be assembled this afternoon when we actually did not receive communication that we will not be sitting in the morning? Lower West was here with my seniors, then I was trying to call you, First Deputy Speaker, just to check whether it was indeed the right way of doing things for us, not to be informed in advance that we will be sitting at 2 p.m. instead of 9:30 p.m. First Deputy Speaker, you know, just to prepare about...
Honorable Member,
these
point of
things.
order is 1 minute. Just to answer your question, remember yesterday it was the day when our brothers were breaking the fast. It was the day of Ramadan. And Malawi, being a country that recognizes every faith, we respect every faith, including our president didn't attend the Ramadan prayers in Salima. That shows that as head of state, he does recognize and love every faith. So yesterday was a big day for Malawians. As such, Parliament resolved through a motion that was approved by the House that we take half day today to allow everybody who went to their constituencies in the Ramadan feast. So, Honourable Member, you're out of order, completely out of order. The people of Blantyre City Southeast, point of order.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. First Deputy Speaker, even a person that injects dogs is called a doctor. I wanted to know please, First Deputy Speaker, they are all doctors, but I just wanted him to shed light, because a proper doctor who's knowledgeable will not be standing here to be saying what he's saying. Thank you.
Blantyre City Southeast, I know you missed each other. I know Lower West and Blantyre City West are good friends. That's the beauty of Parliament. Very good friends. Thank you. Honourable members, let's proceed to business. It seems
General business, questions on notice to ministers for oral replies.
members, order please. You continue what you're doing. You know the rules. You know the rules. Lower West, resume your seat, please. Thank you. Let's go back to serious business, please. Deputy Leader of the House.
Blessed afternoon, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker. I want to guide that we start with questions going to the Minister of Health from question 90.
Thank you very much, Deputy Leader, who also happens to be Minister of Health. Honourable members, as per guidance from the government side, we go to question 90. Minister of Health, the people of Lilongwe Central. Lilongwe Central, thank you.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. I rise to confirm that question 90 to Minister of Health comes for the people of D.A. Tsabango and Mchitanjiro and Sante in particular. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the people of Lilongwe Central. Minister of Health.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. And through you, let me thank the Honourable Member for Lilongwe Central for his question. The question is to ask the Minister of Health to consider constructing a health post at Mchitanjiro. First Deputy Speaker, once again, I want to thank the Honourable Member for the question. Mchitanjiro is under Chilinde Community Hospital, under Lilongwe District Health Office, and it has a catchment population of about 10,000 people, and it covers villages like Mchitanjiro, Chitanjiro Woyera, Kamwana, Magamula, Msana, and the entire new lines. First Deputy Speaker, currently, Lilongwe District Council conducts outreach clinics at the area and is considering that the area has a history of emergency outbreaks. And indeed, it is important that we construct a healthy post. However, First Deputy Speaker, under decentralization with guidance from the District Council, such projects can benefit from the 900 health post project, which under this government of Dr. Lazarus Chakwera is currently implementing. But also we can use other funding resources within the District Council, for example, DDF, CDF, but also the Lilongwe District Council, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, has so many other partners in the health sector. So I therefore request the Honorable Member to channel this request through the District Council, because First Deputy Speaker, I also want the members to understand that whatever we do under the health sector in terms of construction, of whether it is health posts, or indeed health centers, we also go back to the district development plans, because we believe that when we go to the district development plans, it means it has the consensus of the whole council. So we will do that, go back to Lilongwe District Council, and indeed see if the same was submitted through the council. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Health. Supplementary question begins the honor, and then we go to NYUMBA North, and then Chikwawa West. In that order, please.
First Deputy Speaker, I appreciate the response. The only challenge with construction of health post or health center using local resources like CDF is that they take long for the ministry to open. I have in mind Kitsime Health Center, whereby apart from just the funds, we committed CDF. A lot of money, a lot of resources were invested, up to an extent that the facility was actually completed. Unfortunately, to open that facility, it is taking long. I've actually involved the minister. I stood here asking the same question. To ask the minister to open the facility, they are talking of procurement of equipment. My argument is, if that facility was constructed by the ministry, they could actually include the equipment in the initial stage. So I would like to find out from the minister, what should I do to make sure that the facility, which has a lot of investment, is failing to open? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lilongwe Central. Honorable Minister? Okay. I'm being guided by the Minister that I can take extra. So we go to NYUMBA North, then Chikwawa West, and then we take another round. But the Minister will respond to this first three, then we'll go to another round. Today I'll do the Kamachene way, so we are still in Ramadan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for allowing the people of NYUMBA North to ask a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Health. Before that, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I would like to thank His Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makate Chakwera, for the consideration. We have Kasinje Health Center, which stored since 2017, but now the contractor is on the site and the project is moving on. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, through you, I would like to ask the Minister of Health to consider constructing a health post at Mafua, as people there walk a very long distance to go to Kasinje Health Post. I submit, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, the people of Nsheu, Bwanje North. We go to Chikwawa West, and then the minister will respond. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Chikwawa West to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Health. First of all, I would like to find out from the Minister if she's aware that the two health posts that were located in my constituency at Liston and Phineas, the works have not yet started. The contractor came to the site, but he hasn't started work up to now. So the people of these two places are asking when will the works commence. Secondly, we constructed a health post at Kanzimbi. It was finalized, but we don't have staff at the moment. I just want to find out from the minister if she's aware about this health post and how she can assist the people of Kanzimbi so that the health post should be officially opened. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, the people of Chikwawa West. Honorable Minister.
Thank you so much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker. And through you, let me thank the honorable members for their supplementary questions. The first supplementary question was from Lilongwe Central, whose main question, there were two parts of it. The first one was referring to the original question, where he was asking if you can, construct a health post at Mchitanjiro. I've already tackled that will consider it under the 900 health post. And the second part of the question was to ask when are we going to open the Chitsime Health Center, which is already finished in terms of construction. First Deputy Speaker, I will talk to my Director of Health Services, Dr. Chingani, on the same. In terms of opening, First Deputy Speaker, we look at two issues. He mentioned the issue of equipment, which is very important. We cannot open a hospital when we don't have equipment for diagnosis, but also for the other things. We need to have equipment in place. And the other issue is the issue of human resource. And the First Deputy Speaker, let me really take this opportunity to thank our State President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera. In the Ministry of Health, our workload is so huge. But under his administration, First Deputy Speaker, from 2020, when he was sworn in as the president of this country, up to date, we have recruited over 22,000 different cadres in the ministry, which really has been a game changer and has made a huge, huge difference. The dream of our president, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, is that when one goes to a health post, to a facility, a health facility, they should not stand in a queue for a long time because of, lack of staff or things like those. So we are very, very grateful to the state president for the support he's giving to the Ministry of Health. And on top of that, First Deputy Speaker, let me also, let the nation know that, from next week, I think the adverts are going to come out. We are going to recruit 6,000 more different cadres. Cadres, we're talking about doctors, we're talking about nurses, we're talking about midwives, we're talking about those working in the lab, those working in the radiology, environment, and of course also HSS, all different cadres, including biomedical technicians from MAST. Because when you have equipment, you need to have technical people to maintain and look after our equipment, which has been a problem for a long time. So we are very, very grateful. So I want to assure the honorable member from Lilongwe Central that indeed we are going to open the Chitsime Health Center, but we want to make sure that as soon as you officially open it, we should have staff in place, we should have equipment in place, so that people they start receiving the service. It's not just about opening, but it's about people getting the service. First Deputy Speaker, let me also thank the honorable member from Chaubanje, and thank you, honorable member, for acknowledging what our president has done, in terms of construction of the other health posts. The other part of the question was to ask us to consider constructing the same at Kasunje after Kasunje Health Post at Mafua. I've taken note of it, Honorable Member, and we talk to DC, but also Director of Health Services in Nchewu to see if this one is also included in the district development plans so that we can do the needful. The last question, First Deputy Speaker, was from the Honorable Member from Chikwawa West. Chikwawa West, she's one of those, privileged that we are going to construct a health post at Listoni and Phineas. What we have done now is that we have handed over the sites to the contractor. What the contractor is doing now is trying to mobilize all the equipment he needs, because we are stressing that when we hand over the site, First Deputy Speaker, the construction has to start within a few weeks or a few days, because what we have noted is that most of the times we have problems that you hand over the site, but then the contractor will take a long time, then they'll come back asking for more resources because prices have changed, which is really unfortunate. So we don't want to be in that situation. So we are asking all our contractors that, when we have handed over the site, they have to make sure that they are ready. All the equipment which they need, it has to be there. Within 3 months, a health post should be finished. And we're not only constructing a health post, but we're also adding 2 staff houses, First Deputy Speaker. And you have to see the houses as well. I wish I could bring a video clip so that the honorable members, they can appreciate the kind of houses which we are building for our healthcare workers. This government of Chakwera, they care about the staff. It's not just about the patient, but it's also about the staff, our healthcare workers. When you are living in a hard-to-reach area like Wimbe, Livwezi, you need our nurses to be in a comfortable, environment. So we are building very, very beautiful staff houses with tiles, built-in toilets, the kitchen, cupboards, everything. They're very, very beautiful houses. The kind of houses you would find in Area 43, in Area 47. Because we care about our staff, we care about our nurses, our midwives, our community assistants, our HSA. They're doing so much more. For us, to reach the vision of Malawi 2063, health of Malawians is very important. So these are the things which we are looking at. So let me assure the honorable member that within the few weeks, the contractor will be there, but we have just given them a few days to mobilize everything. So once they start, they have to complete within the shortest period of time. The other one is about Kazimbe Health Post. I've taken note of this, and I'll find out from our planning department about this one. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. The underlying word, you care about the health cadres. Thank you. Honorable members, as I said, we're seeing Ramadan, and I see more members looking forward to ask questions to the Minister of Health. So I'll do it this way. We did take this side, now we go this side, but we respect the people of Machinga Kwenu, our own SC. We are proud of you, sir. Machinga Kwenu, you have the floor. Machinga Kwenu.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir, and for your very kind words. Honorable Minister of Health, this is not the first time I'm raising this issue. To remind you, Madam, that Likwakwa Health Facility and Mwachea Health Facility handed over to government 4 years and 2 years ago remain unutilized to this day. These facilities were created with advice from the hospital, and they were handed over formally to the hospital, but they're not operational. Could you, Madam, make sure that these facilities are operational so that they save the people? People walk long distances to go to Machinga District Hospital, and yet, having seen the need, we constructed these facilities, but we are not getting a response from the ministry. Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honourable Member, for Machinga Kwenu. Having gone to the east, side of Malawi, we go to the north. Chitimba boys in Chiweta, Rumbe East, please. The fighters of democracy. Honorable Kamulepo Mwanachwe Kalua. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you. The first Deputy Speaker, I would like to ask a similar question to a question raised by some honorable members. I have been submitting and talking to the Minister of Health through you, and she's very much aware about Mparamawe health post, and she promised me.
Honorable member, may you repeat the name? May you repeat the name?
Mparamawe health post Chiweta in Rumpi East, and she's aware about that.
Nkaranawe?
Mparamawe in Chiweta, at Chiweta, near Chiweta Primary School, and she's aware about it, and she knows about it, and she promised me that indeed she's going to look into it, and that indeed they are going to assist. So I wanted to know how far they have come, because this is the last sitting of Parliament and the last interaction that we may have with the minister. So I wanted to plead and appeal through you that when shall we finally have this health post given attention of the ministry or by the ministry? Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member for Rompe East. Honourable Minister.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, and through you, let me thank the honorable member of Machinga Likweno. He's a very respected honorable member countrywide. So let me thank him for the question. Indeed, he has brought this to our attention about Likwawa and the Machea health post. Right, Honorable Speaker, I will go back to the office, but I also engage the director for Machinga District Hospital to see where are we. It is in our interest that we open these health centers. Like I said, Right Honorable Speaker, one of the challenges which we have had is that many Malawians are still working long distances to access, any health service at all. So we'll make sure that we assist the people of Likwawa and also Machea. Rumpi East, First Deputy Speaker, let me thank him for the question about the Nkaramawe health post. I also want to assure him that the honorable member, I know you are coming back. September, you are coming back. We don't doubt about you. No, you are coming back, so be assured of that. And it will be the same government, so don't worry, nothing would have changed. All these plans, we are continuing them beyond the 16th September, just to make sure that, all the good things that our President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, is doing. And First Deputy Speaker, like for real, the health sector has really changed in this country under the administration of Dr. Lazarus Chakwera. And I'm so happy that we are getting all these requests, even from the opposition side. It just shows that the health sector was neglected for a long time under the previous administrations. But now all the members there have got hope that Dr. Chakwera is delivering. And that is why we get so many questions, including from the opposition side, including from those who were ministers during that time, because they have hope that Dr. Chakwera is going to deliver. So let me also assure you, Rumpi East, that we will take this question very seriously. Where he's coming from, it's a very important part of Malawi. It's one of the most beautiful places in Malawi. And for them, we are even looking for a bigger picture, because we are saying we need also an emergency and a trauma center from where he's coming from. Because you are aware, First Deputy Speaker, that from Karonga, Chidiba to Karonga to Rumpi, Malawi, there's no big hospital there. So when accidents happen, people, they die, they struggle. So we are having, to think seriously about his constituency, that they need to have really a proper hospital, which can even accommodate emergency issues, accidents, and all these things. So it's beyond a hospital. But of course, we'll look into this, but I just wanted to share with him our views from the ministry of how we can, help or assist the people of Rumpi East. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. It will be a big honor to Honourable former President of MDP, Honourable Kamule Bukalua. He did a good job, so he deserves a hospital, even named in his name, in the Rumpi. Honourable Minister, we now go to question 91, Mulanje South. 91, Mulanje South. Mulanje South. Mulanje South. Mulanje South. Seems Mulanje South is not in the chamber. Honourable Minister, Leader of the House, guide us. Should we go to transport?
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. I want to guide that now we tackle questions going to the Ministry of Homeland and Security, starting with question 71.
Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Leader of the House. As per guidance, we now go to question number 71, Nkota Central. Nkota Central. Nkota Central. We go to next question, Blantyre Bangwe. Blantyre Bangwe, thank you.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. And I rise confirm that question number 72, which is on today's order paper, is indeed coming from the people of Blantyre Bangwe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the people of Blantyre Bangwe. Honourable Minister of Homeland Security, congratulations for the appointment, sir. You have the floor.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. I rise to respond to Honourable Member for Blantyre Bangwe. Right, Honourable Speaker, Blantyre Bangwe is asking my ministry, and he's saying that due to high crime rates in Blantyre Bangwe constituency, a month cannot pass without someone being attacked or murdered. And he would like to ask the minister to consider constructing police unit at Mvula Market, since Bangwe police is far. Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, the Honourable Member should listen, and you should listen carefully. I would like to agree with the Honourable Member on the need to construct a police unit at Mvula Market, and it's true that Bangwe police is far, and an assessment of socio-economic activities in the area and consideration of the distance from the nearest police formation indeed shows that there is a need for construction of a police unit. However, going by the government policy, the communities bear the responsibility of constructing police units for the purpose of ownership. Deputy Speaker, let me therefore request the Honourable Member through the district council. He should request for part of the DDF, that's District Development Fund, to be used to construct the requested police unit. The honorable member may also consider using part of the Constituency Development Fund towards the construction of the police units. A plan of the recommended police unit can be obtained from the officer in charge at Limbi Police Station. Thank you, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Homeland Security. Supplementary, beginning with Delta West. Delta West.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, for giving the West to ask a supplementary question to the Minister on issues to do with security. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I would like to ask the Minister if he can provide a motorcycle at Mikondo checkpoint, where crime rate is so rampant, and also to consider retrieving a vehicle that has been held at the Zaboma, which belongs to Njonja Police Unit. Since the vehicle has been at the Zaboma for quite a long time, crime rate has increased in the West constituency, more especially around Njonja and also Mikondo. Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member for Delta West. Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker. I rise to respond to a supplementary question from my honorable colleague who represents Delta West. The honorable member is asking my ministry to provide a motorcycle and a vehicle to our men in uniform in his constituency. Let me take this opportunity, First Deputy Speaker, to ask the honorable member, who is my good friend, to write my office formally, and my office, I can assure him that will take an appropriate step to assist the honorable member. Thank you, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Homeland. Mchinji East.
Thank you so much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for allowing the people of Mchinji East to ask a supplementary question. My supplementary question to the Minister of Homeland and Security is to consider bring back the police officers at Mikundi Police Unit. It's now 3 years without police officers. I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mchinji East. Before the Minister responds, we go to Machinga, is it Northeast? Yes, Machinga Northeast.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, for allowing the people of Machinga Northeast constituency to ask a supplementary question to the Ministry of Security. I would like to ask the Minister to say, where are we?
Ministry of Homeland.
Of Homeland and Security.
Yes.
My apologies, Right Honorable Speaker. I was advised to write a letter to ask for 4 staff houses to be allocated at Nkwakwata border, where we have constructed a police post using CDF. And let me thank him to say now officers, they are sent there during the day and night, they are there. But unfortunately, these people, they are coming from marching southeast at Ngokwe and some at Nserema Trading Center, which is about 30 kilometers away from the post. Therefore, I just wanted to find out from your minister, honorable minister, to say where are we, because I was advised to write a letter, which I did through Nserema Police Station, Machinga District Police Station as well, and to your ministry. I wanted to find out where are we on this one, because in Kwakwata, it's a border post of where there's a lot of criminology is happening within that area. Secondly, it's, if they could also allocate to us maybe one motorbike, so that wherever there is an incident, these people are able to travel either to Nserema or to Ngokwe Police Station for urgent attention. Thank you very much, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker. Sir.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member for Machinga Northeast. Honourable Minister.
Through you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me first thank the Honourable Member for Njinji East for his supplementary question. The Honourable Member is asking my ministry to consider bringing back officers at Mikundi Police Unit. And the response to this question, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, is that the Honourable Member should write my office, and my office should be assured that the reasons as to why these officers were removed from this police unit have now been sorted out. And Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, my office will assist the Honourable Member appropriately. On the second supplementary question from Machinga Northeast, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, let me thank the Honourable Member for his question, and he's asking my office to act on the letter that he wrote the ministry. And I know for sure that my officers are taking note of everything that is being discussed here. And I can assure the Honourable Member from Machinga Northeast that he will be responded to appropriately. Any day next week, I will make a follow-up. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister of Homeland Security. Guidance, Deputy Leader.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. I want to guide that now we tackle questions going to the Ministry of Information and Digitalization, starting with question 77.
Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Leader. We now go to question 77, Zomba Changalume. Zomba Changalume, thank you. Zomba Changalume. Zomba Changalume. Seems the member is not in the house. We go to question 78, Nshisi Northeast. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Second Deputy Speaker, for giving chance in Nshisi Northeast constituency. I'm standing to confirm that question. Is it a question?
78.
78. Indeed, it came from Nshisi Northeast, especially TA Sambagusi and Sabutia Indinda. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, the people of Nshisi northeast of TN Sambakusi. Honorable Minister of Information and Digitalization.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Allow me through you to thank the honorable member for Nchisi Northeast for that question, in which he is asking my ministry to consider planting a network tower at Mdinda headquarters. This area, according to her, consists of a health center, schools, among others. This tower will also cover areas such as Mankanga, Muuta, and Katuntama. And there is an emphasis that the healthcare providers are struggling, and this is affecting their work. She goes on to request my ministry to consider erecting a second tower to be planted at Sambakusi headquarters to cover areas such as Sambakusi, Nyanja, Chandulu, and Njima. In addition, the healthcare providers at Sambakusi Health Center are struggling to access network. First Deputy Speaker, let me once again sincerely thank the honorable member for Nchisi Northeast for the question. Allow me in response to inform the honorable member that my ministry is aware of the network coverage gaps around the Ndinda headquarters. Indeed, a new tower is required to enhance the network in the area as well as Mankanga, Muuta, and Katuntama. At the moment, Airtel has a tower at Cheka Hill at Ntondo. However, this tower is not able to cover Mdinda and the mentioned areas due to the hilly terrain challenges. Now a survey is being carried out to assess the feasibility so that a new tower can be constructed in the area. First Deputy Speaker, currently the network coverage to the listed areas around Sambakusi is also challenged by the terrain. The area also requires a new tower, and my ministry, together with the operators, will carry out a survey to assess the feasibility for planning immediately. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Supplementary question, Blantyre City Southeast, Mchinji South. In that order, please.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. First Deputy Speaker, as a supplementary question to the Minister of Information, the people of Blantyre City Southeast, First Deputy Speaker, are very concerned with two main issues that we need the Minister of Information to come out and either provide a statement or maybe give us answers. First Deputy Speaker, issue number one is where we saw the Minister in Tanzania receiving a map of Malawi with our borders changed, and the speculation out there is that the government has agreed or sold part of our lake to Tanzania. I thought this is a very important issue that as Malawians we need to be briefed, we need to be given information as regards to our borders. What happened?
Honorable member, I know you have members of the Rimo seat. All members have the freedom, because you are tasked to ask any question that your people that have sent you want to answers. And our own standing orders do provide that space. However, the same standing orders during question time only allow members to ask questions, supplementary questions to be more precise, relating to a question that was asked earlier on. If you have questions that you need answers, use the various standing orders, and through our office as speakers, we'll grant you the floor. But ask a different question on a different setup is quite out of order, no member. So use our own standing orders. I may give you guidance. Who authorize, you'll be able to ask, please. If I may ask, no member. But this one, may you ask about what is here relating to the previous question. Mchinji South. Mchinji South.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of TMR for Mchinji South. First Deputy Speaker, a supplementary question, which is Minister of Information, is to ask the Minister if they could consider giving the people of TMR for more especially Kabjala CDSS and the areas surrounding Kabjala CDSS, please, we are asking for network. They feel like they are not in Malawi at all, and the place is developing so fast, so please consider the people of Kabjala CDSS and the surrounding areas. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Mchinji South. Minister of Information and Digitalization.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. Allow me, through you, to thank the Honorable Member for Mchinji South for that supplementary question, in which he is asking my ministry to consider constructing a tower around Kaviara CDSS and the surrounding areas. Allow me, First Deputy Speaker, to give assurances to the Honorable Member and the entire House. First, to thank the entire House for passing the budget, which has also provided us some hope in the Ministry of Information that we should be able this year to carry out tower constructions in various parts of the country. But also to inform the Honorable House that we have a provision within the Digital Malawi project where we have funds that will also be channeled towards the construction of towers in the country. So I have been giving responses that we will hugely rely on the budget and other sources of funds, but at least I can come with this news, thanking the members that they have made our work a bit easier by providing the resources that we should be able to carry out tower constructions in various parts of the country. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Second supplementary, we go to the people of Chiradzulu West and then to Otava. Chiradzulu West.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, for awarding the people of Chiradzulu West time to ask a question, supplementary question. My question has been asked before to the Minister, and he's very much aware of it. I asked for a tower to be erected at Nkande to save the people of Makriere, Lilongwe, who are actually out of service most of the times. The minister assured me of assistance over a year ago. He even said that he has a special interest in that area. It gave me confidence. And the people of Chiradzulu West heard him tell me and tell the House that he has a link to that area and that he would assist. But over a year now, we've been waiting. Can the minister pronounce himself on this issue so that the people of Chiradzulu West can hear him again, maybe promising them something very positive? Thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Chiradzulu West. Honorable Member for Totava, and then the Minister will respond. Totava.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for allowing the people of Chotava to ask a supplementary question. Supplementary question, Right Honourable Speaker, it's just a reminder to the Honourable Minister. I'm reminding him about the construction of Nsenga Tower. When are you constructing this tower? People of Chotava, especially people from sub-tier Mulenga, I would like to be updated. When are you constructing their tower? They've been waiting for so long, and these people are having difficulties to access internet. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member for Tolo Tava. Honourable Minister, Information and Digitalization.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Allow me through you to thank the Honourable Member for Shiradzuru West for that supplementary question in which the Honourable Member is reminding me on the undertaking that was made to construct a tower in Nkande, which would serve Makiriere and Lilongwe in Chiradzuru West. Indeed, it is true that the undertaking was made, First Deputy Speaker, and as he did put it rightly, that was last year, which was after we had already passed a budget that we were operating under, and the resources therein could not give us any comfort. It is only after the House has passed this budget that we can look at a new ray of hope from the resources that have been provided therein, but also the resources that are being committed to the Universal Service Fund from the Digital Malawi project. So I will reaffirm the commitment that the people of Chiradzuru West will be considered as we are constructing these towers. I did visit the area myself, and I experienced the challenges myself. So, Honourable Member Chiradzuru West, you can share this with Senior Chief Chitera and the surrounding areas that we are considering that. First Deputy Speaker, going to Cholo Tava. Indeed, there is an issue of network connectivity in the area that have been mentioned, that's at Nsenga and the surrounding areas. The area was once visited for a survey. It's not only that particular area. Of course, the tower could be planted at another area other than that, but it's going to cover those areas because we're looking at optimizing network from the surrounding towers, but also planting one at a place that would be able to serve the other underserved areas. So a survey was done. I am yet to see the report, but let me give the Honourable Member the assurances that we are not going to construct towers in all the constituencies, but the efforts are being made to ensure that the underserved areas are accessing these funds that have been made available now. Once again, thanking you for the passing of the budget, from which we have a bit of resources, and some resources, as I did say, have been provided from the Digital Malawi project that will be channeled towards the construction of towers. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. We now proceed to the next question. That is question number 86, the people of Mchinji Central. Kamwendo boys. Muliti animweo.
Thank you so much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. I stand to confirm that question number 86 is indeed from the people of TS Simpasi and TS Zulu. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, the people of Mchinji Central. Honourable Minister of Information and Digitalization, please.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Allow me, through you, to thank the Honorable Member from Chinji Central for that question, in which he is asking my ministry to consider erecting communication towers at the following areas: Mpanga, Nsemwe, and Chiwenka. First Deputy Speaker, let me sincerely thank the Honorable Member from Chinji Central once again for that question, and allow me to inform the Honorable Member that Airtel Malawi will visit the area, that's Mpanga, for optimization of Nsapira network site, which is some 5.9 kilometers away from the site in question, to provide network coverage in that area. Airtel Malawi will also visit the same area for optimization of Chiosha network site, which is 6.4 kilometers away, to enhance network coverage in the area. Again, Chimwenka will be visited for optimization of Chiosha site to enhance network coverage in the area, because Chiosha is just 5.6 kilometers away from this particular location. The Honorable Member might be pleased to know that TNM has sites at Chiosha and Gireme, and TNM will optimize their tower equipment to improve coverage and quality at Mpanga and Nsemwe. We are looking at June 2025 for Airtel and somewhere around May 2025 for TNM to carry out these activities. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister for Home Information and Digitalization. Honorable members, before I take the first supplementary question, and that is from the people of Lilongwe City West, let me in the same vein recognize our dear guests that have come all the way from Lilongwe City West. May you stand, please. Alendo atu mwambamo ukani tikuzondeni. Thank you very much. And may I ask the honorable member for Lilongwe City West, Commissioner George Zuru, just to wave them as your people have come to observe Parliament deliberations. On behalf of the Speaker, feel at home. This is your home. This is your home. Be seated, please. Takulandirani, tatogoza. And may I now recognize on a member who is the Commissioner, seasoned politician, George Zuru, Lilongwe City West. May you ask a question, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving me the chance to ask a supplementary question. But my supplementary question will be based on the policy. But before that, I would like to thank the people from my constituency, especially the senior chiefs who are in public gallery, from Tandile, Siriza, Mwenera, Chirota, Munzu, Chimombo, for coming to witness the parliamentary proceedings. In fact, these people have come here around the 9 o'clock. I also missed the time. I was thinking that Parliament was going to start around 9:30 today. But that has given us the chance to interact more with the chiefs from my area. So we had the chance to tour the Parliament, to visit the mausoleum of the late Kamuzu Banda, may his soul continue rest in peace. So the delay to start the Parliament at this hour, it has given us opportunity to interact more with the chiefs from my constituency. So mafumu, ziko mwambili mwana wanu ndili pano, sabalo ndigreno nshida mu Parliament imene mnantumira. My policy question is on the network, especially the Airtel. For the past almost a year, we have been experiencing too much interruptions. We cannot start a phone call for a minute or two without being interrupted. Sometimes it just becomes quiet while the airtime is being consumed. I would like to find out, as a ministry, what are you doing? Because it looks like now the Malawians have been robbed of their data. they have been robbed of their airtime because of the interruptions which are consistently coming up when we are making phone calls, especially the Airtel network. Thank you.
The people of Lilongwe City West. Mulanje West, the minister will respond. Mulanje West.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Mulanje West a chance to ask a supplementary question to the minister responsible for information. First Deputy Speaker, my question is a policy one. It has to do with dropped calls. I just wanted to know as to whether the dropped calls that most Malawians are complaining about are due to inefficiencies of the towers that we have, or it is the incompetence of the network providers, because almost everyone in Malawi is complaining about dropped calls. First Deputy Speaker, a dropped call is an ongoing phone call which is unintentionally disconnected, not by either party hanging up, but due to technical issues. So these technical issues cannot be blamed on the subscriber, but to the network provider. So I just wanted to know from the minister as to whether these dropped calls are rampant in Malawi due to inefficiencies that come with the network towers, or it is the network provider that is at fault. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, the people of Mulanje West. Minister of Information and Digitalization.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. Allow me, through you, to thank the Honourable Member for Lilongwe City West for the supplementary question, in which he is lamenting that we've been having some interruptions in connectivity in the past year or so, and he would like to find out what we are doing as a ministry. Let me begin by admitting that indeed we've been having those challenges, and as a ministry, I did personally engage the operators to seek an explanation on those challenges. There are several factors that led to those interruptions, and sometimes they can still emerge. One being of vandalism, that the country does still experience vandalism of our fiber optic cables. And whenever there is some vandalism, you find that there is a shutdown in network connectivity, but also the routes through which these companies, these providers connect to the internet capacity. We have one route that was highly relied upon, that is the Mozambique channel. And since we had those post-election problems in Mozambique, we found that interruptions on the network capacity coming towards Malawi was also affected in some cases. Airtel has reconnected to another route, that is now the Tanzanian route, which is a backup. And in total, they have 3 routes of source for the source of their capacity. And we have been assured that with the introduction or the onboarding of capacity from these other routes, we should not continue to experience those problems. We are still monitoring after they gave us those assurances. Mulanje West, on dropped calls, indeed, we have been experiencing dropped calls, not only now, but even in the past. This has been happening. And there are a number of factors that the operators would attribute the dropped calls to. But as a ministry, as government, all we need to do is to make sure that we put punitive measures against the dropped calls, because a dropped call is a cost on the consumer. And currently, the regulations that we have under the Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority do not provide for punishments towards the regulators whenever there is a dropped call.
What we have is probably just a way of monitoring how many dropped calls have been there, but after we've gathered all that data, the regulations do not provide for punishment towards the operators. Currently, the regulations are being revised, and a high recommendation is that the regulations should include punishments to the operators for any dropped calls. First Deputy Speaker, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information and Digitalization.
Government business bills. Second reading, Bill number 1 of 2025, Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center.
Honorable Government Chief Whip, you see you standing.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. This bill was left at debate stage, but we had actually were winding up debate. So this bill was left at debate stage, and at that point, when we suspended the bill, we were actually, the minister was supposed to wind up the debate. So since that wasn't captured, I would like to move that debate be curtailed in order to allow the minister to wind up. Thank you.
Honourable members, there's a motion that a debate on the bill be curtailed in order that to allow the minister to wind up. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the court of opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Honourable Minister of Legal Affairs. Minister of Justice, rather. Minister of Justice, sorry, Minister of Justice.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Let me wind up debate by saying that I'm very grateful for the way the bill was supported by the whole House. The spokesperson for DPP, who is honorable member for Mulanje West, spoke in support of the bill on behalf of the DPP. Spokesperson for UDF, honorable member for Zomba Ntonya, also spoke in support of the bill and applauded the proposal to make the center a semi-autonomous body with the legal personality. The chairperson for Trade, Industry and Tourism presented a report of the committee in support of the bill, but with amendments which were agreed during consultations. And the honorable member for Manza Central also spoke in support of the bill. First Deputy Speaker, I now beg to move that the bill be read for the second time. I beg to move.
Honourable members, there's a question that Bill number 1 of 2025, Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center, be read for the second time. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the court of opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
Committee stage, Bill number 1 of 2025, Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center.
Members, we now go to committee stage, and therefore invite the people of Chiladzuru West, chairperson for Parliamentary Committee of Health, to come and chair committee stage. Let's all stand, please.
Honorable members, welcome to the committee stage of Bill number 1 of 2025, Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center. I wish to inform you that the Chair has received proposal amendments to the bill. I will therefore recognize the honorable members to move the amendments at an appropriate time. For now, clauses 1 to 3 has no amendments, but we have amendments from clause number 4. Clause number 4. Honorable members, on clause number 4, clause 22 be amended. The honorable member members, clauses number 1 to 3 have no amendments, and I therefore put the question that clauses number 1 to 3 stand part of the bill. Those that have an opinion to say aye, and those who have a contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the 3 stand as part of the bill. Now, clause number 4 has an amendment. Clause number 4, part 1, be amended by inserting immediately before the word schedule the word first. I therefore recognize the Honorable Chairperson for the Industry and Trade and Tourism, Honorable Pongkoma. Honorable Pongkoma. Or is there any member of the committee who can? Okay. Is that the Vice Chair? Yes, Honorable Member.
Honorable Chair, clause number 4.1 be amended by inserting immediately before the word schedule the word first. Clause number 7.1 be amended by deleting in clause 7.1a the words as has not received a pardon, and deleting clause 7.1d, e, f, and g, and substituting therefore new clauses as 7.1d and e. D is a public officer or holds a political office. Clause 17.3 be amended by deleting the words statutory corporation and substituting therefore the following new words: the government department responsible for human resource management and development. Clause 72, Honorable Chair, be amended by inserting immediately after subclause 2 the following new subclause 3 as follows. 3, every member of the center. B, member of the committee of the center. C, member of the staff of the center or person co-opted to attend a meeting of the center pursuant to section 11, shall, upon assumption of his or her office or before attending the first meeting, take an oath or affirmation.
Honorable member, you are supposed to comment on clause number 4. Don't go further than that.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. To avoid confusion, because you went overboard, can you please come up again and present your amendments to clause number 4, Honorable Vice Chair.
Honorable Chair, clause number 4 be amended by inserting immediately before the word schedule the word first. I beg to move.
Honorable members, if no one wishes to speak, I now put the question. The question is that clause number 4, as moved by the Honorable Vice Chair, be amended by the House. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the clause is amended accordingly. Honorable members, I wish to inform you that so far the Chair has not received any notice of proposed amendments to clauses number 5 and number 6. So if no one wishes to speak, I now put a question. That the question is that clauses number 5 and 6 stand part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye. And those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. Honorable members, clause number 7, part 1, has amendments, and the Vice Chairperson is being invited again to pronounce the amendments. Honorable Vice Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, clause number 7.1 be amended by deleting the clause 7.1a, the words "and has not received a pardon," and deleting clause 7.1d, e, f, and g, and substituting therefore new clauses as 7.1d and e. D is a public officer, or E holds a political office. I beg to move.
If no one wishes to speak, I now put the question. The question is that clause number 7, as moved by the Honorable Member, the Vice Chairperson, be amended by the House. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. I now put the second question. The question is that clause number 7 as amended by the House stands part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. I wish to inform you that so far the Chair has not received any notice of proposed amendments to clauses number 8 to 16. So if no one wishes to speak, I put the question to you. The question is, clauses 8 to 16 stand part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye. And those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. Yes, Chair. What is out of order?
Yeah, clause number 4, as amended by the Vice Chair, you did not read it for the second time that it should become part of the bill.
All right. Thank you so much for that correction. We shall go over it and make sure that it is read. Thank you so much, Chair for Natural Resources. I now put to the House that clause number 4 stand part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. And therefore, clause number 4 stands part of the bill as amended. Honourable members, clause number 17 has amendments, and the Vice Chair again will take us through the amendments. Vice Chairperson.
Honourable Chair, clause 17.3 be amended by deleting the words statutory corporation and substituting therefore the following new words: the government department responsible for human resource management and development. I beg to move.
If no one wishes to speak, I now put the question. The question is that clause 17, as moved by the Honourable Member, the Vice Chairperson, be amended by the House. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. And therefore, the ayes have it, and the motion is moved. I now put the question, the second question. The second question is that the clause as amended by the House stands as part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. I wish to inform you, members, that so far the Chair has not received any notice of proposed amendments to clauses number 18 to 21. If no one wishes to speak, I now put a question. The question is that clauses 18 to 21 stand part of the bill. Those of opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. I have received amendments to clause number 22, and therefore I call upon the Vice Chair again. I now recognize the Vice Chairperson to make the move for the proposed amendments. Go ahead, Vice Chair.
Honorable Chairperson, Clause 22 be amended by inserting immediately after subclause 2 the following new subclause 3 as follows. Every member of the Center, member of the Committee of the Center, member of staff of the Center, person co-opted to attend a meeting of the Center pursuant to Section 11 shall, upon assumption of his or her office or before attending the first meeting, take an oath or affirmation of secrecy in the forms set out in the second schedule. I beg to move.
Thank you very much. If no one wishes to speak, I now put the question. The question is that clause number 22, as moved by the Honorable Vice Chair, be amended by the House. Those of opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. Which one? I now put the second question, and the second question is that the clause as amended by the House stands as part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. Honourable members, there is no amendments for clauses number 23 to 25. I now put the question that the clauses 23 to 25 stand part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the motion is carried. I now recognize the Vice Chair again, because the schedule to the bill has been amended, and therefore the Vice Chairperson will take us through the amendments.
Honorable Chairperson, the schedule of the bill be amended as follows. A, in the title of the schedule, by inserting immediately before the word schedule, the word first. B, insert the second schedule as follows. Second schedule. I beg to move.
Honourable members, if no one wishes to speak, I now put the question. The question is that the schedule be amended as moved by the Honourable Vice Chairperson. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the schedule is moved. I now put the second question, and the second question is that the clause, the schedule as amended by the House, stand part of the bill. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and therefore the schedule is carried as amended. Honourable members, this marks the end of the committee stage of the bill number 1 of 2025. I thank you for your active participation. It was a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Bills. Report stage. Bill number 1 of 2025. Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center.
Honorable Minister of Justice, reporting.
Yeah, I beg to report, First Deputy Speaker, that the bill, Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center, Bill 1 of 2025, went through the committee stage with amendments. I beg to report. First Deputy Speaker. And I beg to move that the bill be read for the third time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Honourable members, I now put a question that third reading of Bill number 1, Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property be taken today. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
Bills. Third reading. Bill number 1 of 2025. Companies, Registrations and Intellectual Property Center.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. I beg to move that Bill number 1 of 2025, Companies, Registrations, and Intellectual Property Bill, be now read for the third time and passed. I beg to move.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Honourable Members, an application that the Bill number 1, Companies, Registrations, and Intellectual Property Center, be read the third time and passed. Those of the opinion say aye. And those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Therefore, the bill has passed. Congratulations, Honourable Minister of Justice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Honourable members, should we go for a healthy break or continue the bills? Honourable members, I repeat the question. Looking at your energy levels, very, very high, and the chair here, you can't ask. You can see by yourself. Should we go for a healthy break or we continue? We continue? Honourable members, we now take a short healthy break. We come back after 30 minutes. So you went to school, you know mental arithmetic, you'll be able to compute what time you should come back. Otherwise, house suspended. We are coming back at 20 minutes past 4. 20 minutes past 4. Thank you.
member supporting Kale. Zokas get the miracle. Come here, because one drag and I will me and a bit. So, Panopa, I mean, I'm heading to my front line. My front line, right? So, the face of DBP. The woman to go on Axare. I mean, I didn't Miranda okay, got him when I'm Yokuza and Dimakobiri. Usada in the window, it's the Uncle of my details, the court. It is public information. Could I decided in the Miranda Abili, Yaku, Yokuza and Sajuma, even Ramaza was in as many Anabez of a billion, and got him on through a many Chidro Gadi, Yao Sirikari. Sangate kumagura nazo magari moto kale moto mozo VX sangagure no VX nda mazambiri so more naso wa mkitu anali is director of state residences ada no sanali magari moto ambiri ma hot cars opanda so kugura bwino opanda no mekoza bwino akuyanka nazo zina milando kumeneko zokuza ndizibene kandi achwenanga and then Aripo, I mean, also, I didn't do it. So you have got 10 and 4, I didn't canny. So, in the front, yeah, President, the Eventual, what is Manasa, the the 145 million under Andira to Kwambasa cement gate. I mean, Amarora and Yamatao. Kulazika tenga ndikulandira iwo mpaso kuvomera nditu sogolere kuti ine nditu ndinalandira fetereza yu kuchokera kwa cement yu nditu ndinalandira nditu ine mamanga ma property de cement nafusa mwana wanga adavomera kuti adabandakisare kuna anapeza dona kwa muntu opereka zinthu zozina ndikuziwa kwa masiliwa sina adani sina kumane naye subano nanga muntu akupase mabagi 2,400 ndi iwe kurandira osazizimuka iwe kukhala president kumana ndira zinthu ngati zimenezo iwe osachiuka osazizimuka kuti ine ndalandira ati ni paso ngakhale munthu atabweresa mbuzi kumuzi akasakula abweresere mbuzi pagetipo kuti ati ndakasakula kuti vamanokola bwino pawairesi ati mbuzi safuna kumona munthu yokuti ndimuoneka so iwo sanafuna asanachitepo kanthu mpaka lero sanapange chiyonse akanamangitsaka mundu akanabweresa olo akanakana kuti ine sipendiyo ati ndikumanga maproperty ange pa ndalama ananaururaso kuti ani maproperty 7 amene mamanga ndalama naziteka kuti za president umwezo mamanga maproperty 7 omwe sikuziputa somera anthu kumene so ukaona front line yokhai so ikuonesa kuti anthu adasiyamo kanthu mboma kuti akamalizire vimene dayamba so ndoti akazabweraso uzakhala kudya nditu routing jamati routing yes paka mwena kuzapwaira
not proven relation
yeah so vene nikani opsa pambili anankula uradi musa zolo ndikuzoa nthawi yangati zimene anane araudu musa nzoda anthu anamanga vanthu makamaka asiramu ine ndinariko nthawi imeneyoyo boza anthu amene asiramu ambiri anamangidwa ndiku anali ochokera chipani cha UDF ndi anthu ambiri oti siku lina kukhala pano ndizambe ku anthu ena mamanga ndimakumbukira zanga wina wake ndayiraonani ndayiraonani
wakumayani kudedza
wakumayani kani pwake kani mwana wache
kwa chikusepi
ambaye anakammangira ali ndi drip kuchipatala madwala sugar ajora nikanyerere
ramtira vingo so drip kuchipatala
kuli kuni ndani Jordan Kanyerere andamangidwa anthu ambiri anamangira amuruzi Bakiri Muruzi anamangidwa ochoka kunja anakamonga ku airport kwa manga pa airport paja kwa banga kwa senza mudonia kwa landa security wasitaje kutenga wanyamata kutaka gade nyumba yao ejifumba ya kubisi anazunzidwa amuruzi anatuma ame kabanga usinkano pachisitu wati yose afuna pake pali chocho kutumiza ame mreje kukazunguza muluzi watira tegas sogolo wakali kumtia tegas usunde ufuse msonda babiwi atu ba polisi beje kwa sonda keni ngafuse ndikwangu pana kuva ana gwe jimba ulaje amruzi ari pa konvoy yomwe aina zunguri gamo jimba ulaje kuma kizunguza uzunguza former president chifukwa chana ukapanga soka pale zinthu zambiri zimene ngazilangule usiku ndi usana osata maprogramu kungotenga nthawi ya munthu. That is the kind of brutality imene anatani sindifuna ndichule zina ndi zina anazuza so zimene manankola uradi zinayizoona anakwizinga amuluzi aja anavutika sana udwala muluzi uja sana abadwe ndi udwala sana anapanga kampeni ya bingu.
Ale mtobuno bwino?
Oh, mtobuno bwino. He was a fine man. He was a jovial man. Wabuno bwino. I mean, ngadani mafuto heda, but they were not visible. So, kwa sana unatuluka chifukwa cha kampeni ya bingu. Koma anazuza. Muluzi would have died a very rich man. Today, Mwina, he is half what he should have been, or he is less than anything. I mean, he's in the front of the news. Koma nduna zona, anani mtobwino. Ngati bali muntu amene angakumbukire kwambiri za kuzuza kwa mluzi ndiyo amluzi enache ndiye atupere under DPP ngati sangakumbukire yeso atupere nanzunguza paka nazadwala kusifika mu mwayo watu
sega nizabwino anamanga kumwe watu
anamanga ngeri tunde
nakwera BP
wewe tunafuna kuja
anamanga kwa DPP
anamanga nazunguza
mina mulengere bavene
lero ndile kama ngani sina ati chapter part A ukafuna
ulemenda kupanga part B
ndipanga part B zabulisa so ma document pana sikani makoma ndi ma document
akasakula timalize nkhani nthawi yatithe
ineyo umaze wangosavuta tikamaliza zonse timapanga proof masamu ku secondary school tikamaliza zonse timachita conclusion zimene anakamba president unena kuti ine ndatseka makomo ni conclusion mwina palipo amalali na mafunso kuti DPP chimene ili yokwira kwambiri chimene ili very desperate kuti bwerere mboma chifukwa kenjani chifukwa chofuna kuti azathandiza Malawi kapena azapange sort out mavuto amene Amalawi akumana nawo. Put up Mtenga has no capacity. He's old, his campus inatawa kale kale. Then the people that have surrounded him now also nantonena kuti ni makruku amana nawo kuti funi makruku. So sizingakwire. Afuna azapange ransaki dziko. Azapitirize pamene adatsiya paja azapange ransaki dziko adzalemereso. Chimene chimapweteka kuti they are angry. That's why akamanena kuti Maggie simkwendesa bwino zinthu. That is not true. Maggie hasn't put its foot wrong anywhere. They are doing everything by the book. Kawikwana tosakatifusa kuti bwerani mudzaone ngati mainanu ali mukaundula tikapita. What kind of audit are you looking for? Because that's the best audit. Kuti neyo none of chisango. I'll simply go, is my name on the voters? I'll go home. Because I know it comes 16th September. I'll never vote. They do that all the time. They're asking for audits. They're asking for this. Reason is because DPP mabera chisango. They never won. The only election that they won, near Bingo, was it 209. But the rest, amaba. Today, Meg, the system that Meg is using, you also with you. I was already without the fair better single winning examples of Radio Tani. So what do? They are discrediting, they are very angry. Autuana, Autani. It's because they know the chance yao yobera so Raka Bezama Bagena Cement Yazaga Gawana is almost nil. Almost zero. Chance yao Raga Berere, Agapangaso, Makashi Gedena is almost nil. Chance yao Berere, Agapangaso Mames Gedena is almost nil, non-existent. Kaulifuro amagana mafuta wesko muchachani chance mene yuraga gana mafuta manager aribe. That's why they're angry. My generator amena mabanga haya kuti azibanga makezuko muno zindrama zambiri makikibag. That chance aribe sibiraso
adabasa mafuta kwena kuti
yes cement getune nayi that chance manager palibe sabweraso kapanga cement gate. That's what the president was talking about. Kuti ndatseka saka paseso cement ina chunala sizingateke because ndatseka president. Chance yona kuti akapanga sorani sake Salima Sugar siziteka. That company is going to grow. In fact, last week I read a story where they were saying capacity ambokwera 400 billion. Sugar chuluke sazabaso 400 billion. So Malawi in the concluding tayata. Malawi ngati mufuna kuti atipe abwerereso azapiteze kuba azapitire zimavuto awa avotereni. Koma boma lilipo, president alipo, tini mwayi, president chakwera sapita pa podium kurukwana kuti chakuti ndikunyenyani. Oh, we shouldn't have accepted the stupidity in 2020. Stupidity yakuti. Malawi, they have voted you out. They have expressed themselves. Kuti situkufuna amtarika tibweresa chakwera. You call that stupid. So Malawi 24 pusa po voted chakwera. We shouldn't have accepted that stupidity. This time, sizavomera chani.
Amanda kumangojari sizavomera
chani. Akubandiwo chama. Komaso yowacha, you should be very careful. Kuti asafuna petsa ana anthu ena. Iwo anawo ali ku America. Zizungu kawo zili ku America.
Kuliberana mthu.
Zimene kukamba zonena kuti sazavomera chisankho nkufuna kuti anthu pa ground azizamenyana amene atadzafe siwo kapena anawo atawisa ali ku America. Zizungu zawo zili ku America. Adzafa ndi anthu wamba. Akuluakulu. This old man kumangojisamvere. Let's not listen to this old man. Ndipo sampase mpata because he's losing it. Amatero pa chisungu. Sizikuenda zina zake. Such a person is dangerous. If fail, let's just tungombo manga ignore. We just ignore him and say awawa zawo zimenezo. Ndazawo his crooks that have surrounded him. Amandiro kangoni fima kruku zawo zimenezo. If let's do the right thing for Malawi, we want a prosperous Malawi. This trajectory mine ambigai 10% mpata. 5 years, 6 years, we go to examine. Mining, agriculture, manufacturing. Mtiraku basani mpata. Sikuti banchi. Ndiazo zoya. But about to mabiro na grow. Mugona zuvura nzikomo. Mugona forex zuvura nzikomo. Mugona kuti agriculture zuvura. Mugona kuti zuvura nzikomo. Antu akazonja. Wema yiko akoma kuti azati uza. But let's give this movement a chance. Not this old man. He's lost. He's lost his mind. He can't even tell someone who has given me, on what basis, what favors is he looking for from me, what is he getting himself. Even if you say, I'm not going to spend you, not going to spend him a fall. Yeah, he couldn't even ask those questions. And want him to come back. Seriously. I don't know. Probably. Seriously, I want such a person to come. Because this is not the crew that can even sort any of our problems. Never. They want to come into government to root, to continue the crookedness, which they say on TV, national TV.
Tisirize model program yathu ndithokoze kwambiri akasakula kuti munabwera ndithokoze so mvula kuti munabwera osaiwala Kevin Mpekasambo kuti munabwera ndikuthokoze ninu pokhala pamene popo kumvera program ine yati mvetse kutsatira pa MBC Radio 1 komanso pa kanema amene wa MBC dzina langa Blessings Chereuka mwakoma nonse.
We asked the children, how many of you brushed this morning?